what they gave us too. I mean, I can't go on Facebook without seeing some of that stuff that he does for us, and that was awesome. Just getting our kids, the publicity that they deserved and worked hard for, and then our community backing them was really, really something special. And you say that, we are focused on coaching for sure, but you couldn't help but step back and be like, darn, look at this thing. Look at how cool of an atmosphere it really is for everybody involved.
No, it's been a pleasure for us to bring that coverage too, and we're glad we've been able to do that. Grant, I want to get you in on the conversation here as the offensive coordinator. One of the things I remember the players talking about is that the depth and sheer skill of a lot of these players means that, like, in practice you've got all the best players going up against each other, and also just the nature of 8-man football helps with that. How has that benefited you folks, you looking at it from the perspective of the offensive coordinator?
Oh, absolutely. We were able to have some really good competitive practices, which able to push our guys. We're able to work extremely hard at practice and get a good level of competition while getting ready for our games on Fridays or Saturdays, whenever we played them. So we couldn't have asked for a better situation with that for what we had.
No, that is exciting stuff to watch, and it's been great to bring this experience locally with 8-man football. Certainly very different. Now, from the perspective of from play calling, drawing up plays, how do you think about it differently with 8-man compared to 11-man football? As I'm sure you're at least somewhat familiar with 11-man.
Well, Coach Hanlon, he called the plays, but we definitely bounced ideas back and forth. But at the end of the day, it was his call. But
he played a huge role in it. It was very much a tag team, honestly. I mean, even Mr. Clark, even defensive side, it was very much a tag team on both sides of the football. So I mean, I might have called the plays, but he was standing next to me the whole time, helping me out.
Yeah, well, I mean, sure. Someone's got to make the decision from like a tactical standpoint. And I mean, I'll let any of you answer this. How is the game, different from the 11-a-side version?
It's different from a defensive kind of perspective a little bit. 3 less guys is huge. Yeah. I mean, when you're trying to rally to a football and make some tackles, one guy doesn't do his assignment or misses a tackle, there's a good chance it pops off for something big where you could funnel people into mass amount of people in 11-man, 8-man. You don't necessarily have that, and you need to make sure all 7 are flowing to where they need to be with stuff. So that is definitely a tactical side that, you have more individual responsibility in 8-man than I think you ever did in 11-man.
So yeah, no, I know obviously 8-man, if you have a missed coverage, that can open up a lot of space, although the field is a little bit smaller, which I would imagine makes up for that, but still obviously important to, do your part. Sure.
Wide-wise, yes. Width, it is a little bit smaller, and so protecting the outside, but once you get gapped up the middle, it's still the same side with hash marks.
Yeah.
No, that is true indeed. Well, I am joined by some of the members of the South Fork football coaching staff: Zach Hanlon, the head coach; Grant Graham, the offensive coordinator; Chris Clark, the defensive coordinator and superintendent. Let's take a break, and then we'll talk more about football, maybe look ahead to what's next for you folks in terms of future seasons here on the WTIM Morning Show on your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Lower across the board with corn, beans, and Chicago wheat. December corn down 4.5, 432 1/4. March corn down 4 1/4, 445 1/4. May corn 452 down 4.5. January beans 1141 1/4 down 12 1/4. March beans down 11 1/4, 1149, and May beans 1156 1/4 down 11. December wheat 541 3/4 down 4 3/4. March wheat down 5 3/4, 553 1/4. December bean meal 323.10 down 390. December bean oil is down 78 cents, 51.39. Livestock trade, November feeders up 222, 343 even. December live cattle down $1.77, 218.15. December lean hogs 79.55, up $1.65. Energy market, December crude oil down $1.71, 59.03. RFD Radio Network.
Taylorville Care Center's personalized therapy program helps you get back to enjoying the season. Whether it's holiday gatherings, winter walks with the grandkids, or cheering on your favorite team indoors, we'll help you stay active and independent. You'll receive great medical care and the therapy you need to get moving again. If you've been in the hospital or just need a little boost, call Taylorville Care Center at 824-9636, 824-9636. Taylorville Care Center, caring for our community for over 50 years.
Weather's getting colder, sun's setting earlier, making you thankful for your warm, cozy bed. Just Beds is having a dreamy nationwide factory-authorized sale. Give thanks to the Yawn Exterminators and save $400 on the Bemco Premium Mattress or $600 on the luxury Chatham & Wells mattress. Save an additional 10% off the sale price on all Bemco, Max Life, and Arctic Breeze, and 15% on Chatham & Wells and Copper. Just Beds on Montvale thankfully offers free delivery, setup, and haul away.
Just Beds. This is Dwayne Wheeler, the police chief of the city of Taylorville. As a law enforcement officer, I've seen the impact that depression and suicide have on many people. Many times, those contemplating suicide endure considerable suffering and distress, but there is help. If you feel depressed or lonely, there are many resources to help you. You can call a trusted relative, friend, or minister, or call the Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK. That is 1-800-273-TALK. All of us are here to help you. Thank you.
The Christian County Health Department has both COVID and flu vaccines available, with both high-dose and regular dose flu vaccines in stock. Call and make your appointment now. Get their number and more info by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Here's Dr. Pavi Gill from Springfield Clinic, Taylorville.
Lifestyle medicine is about motivating you to improve your quality of life by changing habits and behaviors.
Find out more by clicking Dr. Gill's icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
And we're back on the WTIM Morning Show on your information station. It is sponsored by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first in the landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Reed Kamai, and I'm joined by some of the members of the coaching staff of South Fork's 8-man football team. Zach Hanlon, the head coach, Grant Graham, the offensive coordinator, and Chris Clark, the defensive coordinator and South Fork Schools superintendent. And I continue my conversation with the three of them in this segment. I want to turn now to you, Grant Graham, because you are a more recent joinee of the South Fork coaching staff. So talk a little bit about how you got there and what led you to this point.
So South Fork's been the only place that I've taught. And so I've taught elementary PE, and then I've coached middle school basketball there since I was hired. But I've been coaching high school football at Williamsville for the past 3 years. And it was an awesome experience, but this past year kind of had a different role change teaching wise to dean of students. And so then Coach Hanlon, Coach Clark asked if I would want to join the football team as well. And I thought it was the right time. So it's been an awesome experience coming in, coaching with these guys, coaching with our other staff members on the team, and being able to coach the players that we have had. That's probably been the best privilege of being around those guys and being able to witness that firsthand of, their growth and what they were able to accomplish this year.
And that's all I ever hear from coaches, how rewarding of an experience it is. And that's great that you've gotten to do that. I want to turn our attention to some of the players. We've had some of the players on this show before, but now we get to hear from you folks about them, who have been, some of the players that have stood out, really made a difference, especially from the seniors in this last year and in your time there.
Yeah, so we got several that have honestly stood out. We had 10 seniors this year, all played a crucial role in what we were able to accomplish this year. Obviously we had some guys that even made the All-State team. We got Brody Lush, who was All-State, George Bailey, who was All-State, Carter Elder, All-State, Jude Walker. I'm forgetting someone. I believe Cash O'Connell was an All-State player, and then we had several others on the All-Conference list. And this group of seniors have been playing together since the 4th grade, all the way through JFL, and they've had a lot of success all the way since 4th grade. And it's been an honor to coach these guys. It's been an awesome group. They've had success in every sport they've played. It's been an awesome group of kids and a very, very deserving year for them.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome for them as well to know each other so well, get to have all of these experiences. And it actually leads into what I wanted to talk about next. You had a great year this year. You've been to the playoffs each of the previous few years, but it's not about just any of those individual years or even those four collectively. Like, you're trying to make this mean something more. You want to show other people that it means something more. Just talk a little about that and what that's like.
Yeah, well, I'll hit up a little bit about the development we saw from last year to this year, just the growth in the seniors and the leadership role they took, and showing the younger generation of what it takes now to be a pony on a football organization. And we're hoping that they have set the standard now, and kids follow that, because their growth in just over a year was simply amazing on the leadership side of it. And that's a direct reflection of the head coach and the expectations he set for him. So with it.
Yeah, and then just the idea of building a program. I think these seniors bought into that idea, as far as even taking the underclassmen, just under their wing and helping them in the weight room, helping them at practice, and showing them, that they're there to build something bigger than their last year of football, and I think they did a great job of that, and they got a lot of younger guys excited to play football, and helped a lot with the recruiting as well. So yeah, they did a great job of kind of embracing that role of we're building something more than a 1 year run.
Now that is exciting to hear about, and some of the names you were mentioning earlier, I certainly recognize some of them from coming on this show and from our other coverage here from the Hart Media Group. So this season's over. You're looking towards next year. You got to recruit some players. Talk about, in the last 90 seconds or so, what that process is like.
Well, I think the season that we just had does a huge part in recruiting. A lot people see a season like that and they want to be a part of that, and not just the wins, but the overall experience that these kids had and the memories that they made that'll last a lifetime. I think kids see that and they want to be a part of that, and our kids that are currently playing are encouraging them to come be a part of that.
No, that is exciting stuff. Wait, did you have something else?
No, just before we close out, just thank you to, again, all of our 10 seniors. I know we've individually named a few of them, but we've had others that have been 4-year program players, and thank you for all you've done to build this legacy. And even though you're not name recognized on here individually, you are a huge part of what we are.
Absolutely.
And I bet in a lot of the small towns that encompass your team in the co-op, they get a lot of name recognition as well. Well, I've been joined by Zach Hanlon, head coach of South Fork's eight-man football team, Grant Graham, the offensive coordinator, and Chris Clark, the defensive coordinator and superintendent of South Fork Schools. Thank you three for coming on this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
And thank you for listening to the WTIM morning show on your information station. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning with another edition. Have a good day.
Your information station, WTIM.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville. 96.1 FM Taylorville. 107.5 FM Shelbyville. 107.9 FM Pena Nokomis.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. First the House, then the Senate passed the bill directing the Department of Justice to release all of the Jeffrey Epstein files. President Trump says he will sign the bill, although he calls the Epstein matter a Democrat hoax, says it's meant to distract from numerous Republican accomplishments since he took the White House for a second time. The president formally designating Saudi Arabia a major non-NATO ally.
The president made the announcement at a White House dinner for the kingdom's crown prince.